Remember to subscribe and hit the notification button to keep up to date with our latest videos.
All right, you guys, Magnuson Superchargers. We got Jesse, thanks for coming out.
Most definitely.
Thank you so much. This is a Toyota 4Runner.
Yep.
Generally, we like sports cars and fast cars. That's what the people are used to. We have done some Raptors in the past, though, because I like Raptors.
Yeah.
So this is really cool, honestly, to get into something like this that, like you were saying before, the market for these trucks and the following is massive.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys went ahead and put a blower onto this V6.
Yeah. So, you know, we used to develop and manufacture the superchargers for TRD back in the day, and then once they stopped that program, you know, we continue to make superchargers for Toyotas. So one of the ones that we just recently debuted is this supercharger for the 2010 through 2018 or present 4Runners, and also 2010 through 2014 FJ Cruisers, and it's just a TPS 1320 blower.
Cool.
It makes pretty good power. We're seeing 30+% increase on horsepower.
Massive.
This one actually made 348 horsepower to the wheels, which is crazy because the thing dynoed stock at 250 to the wheels.
Right.
So that's almost like 100 horsepower gain right there that we've already had, which is pretty cool. So yeah, definitely looking forward to a lot of people getting these on the road and finally getting a little bit of horsepower behind them. You know, for people who just want to daily drive their vehicle, or if they want to take it off-roading, overlanding, whatever they want to do, they're finally going to have that torque and horsepower that they've been looking for.
Yeah, and like we've been driving around town and stuff. There is zero sacrifice from what I can tell, like on the street. Like this is a very comfortable truck.
Oh yeah,
very comfortable.
And that's the big thing. The superchargers that we make for all different kind of vehicles, our big thing is to make sure you still have a very OEM-like type feel. You know, when you're just daily driving it, it's not going to feel too crazy, just, you know, at normal, you know, highway speeds or street speeds. But when you do get on the gas, you are going to feel that horsepower. You're going to feel that boost, and it's going to set you back in your seat just a little bit. You're going to hear the whine, and it's not an annoying whine, it's a nice whine, and you know, really going to have a good time with it.
Yeah, and it's only really from what we've been driving so far, it's only really when you get on it that it's very pronounced inside the car where you can hear the supercharger whine.
Exactly, because we want it to just be like, we're, you know, if you're driving on the highway, we don't want you to hear something just always in your ear.
Yeah.
But when you get on the gas, you're gonna know it's there. People around you are gonna hear it, and people inside the vehicle are definitely gonna hear it.
Yes, yeah. I hope you guys can pick that up. We actually usually put an exhaust mic on the back for the exhaust, but we put it under the hood this time.
So you can hear the whine.
Yeah, well, when we get some space, we'll do a quick pull here in a sec. But yeah, so you were saying about TRD, like before we came down to Magnuson, like a week or two ago, when we first met you, I had no idea that you guys actually made the TRD blowers. And that's kind of close to home for me because I have an MR2 turbo, and a lot of guys, and a friend of mine actually swapped in the 3.5 liter Toyota V6, which TRD made a blower for.
Yeah, exactly.
And a friend of mine just bought one of those blowers, so it's kind of cool to come down here now and kind of see what the whole deal is with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, we had a contract with them for quite a few years, and we produced thousands and thousands of superchargers and parts for those, and people bought them. I mean, you know, the Toyota guys really like superchargers, and it was that extra kick that they needed with an aftermarket part. And you know, once they stopped that program, we weren't going to let it die. There was still a need for it. People wanted more power in their Toyotas, and now we provide it.
So the 4Runner specifically, this is my first time driving any 4Runner, to be honest. What would you say is like this truck's strong suit, with like beforehand and afterwards? And what do you think most people are going to use this supercharger for?
Yeah, so this truck, honestly, Toyota did a phenomenal job when they built this truck. It's great for just, it's great for...
Well, now that's
but
awesome.
it's great for you know, just regular daily driving use. A lot of people use it for it, but then you have the enthusiast crowd, and those are the people who do the off-roading and the overland. And
right,
man, they those guys are crazy. They do everything possible to modify their 4Runners, and now they have something that can actually modify the performance of it, so it can actually go a little bit faster. It's not a drag vehicle. You're not going to take it to a quarter mile and make a 10-second pass, but you're making enough power that it's way quicker than the stock vehicle, way better power. Gas mileage isn't affected while you're at normal highway speeds. It is affected when you do pin the pedal.
Yeah, of course.
But I mean, that's just how
Full
it is.
disclosure.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
But you know, also too, we're making a unit that you can put on. It's plug and play. You install it. It's a pretty easy install. You plug in your handheld tuner. You know, follow our directions so you can get the tune up, the calibration uploaded into the vehicle ECU, and then once you're in there like swimwear, and it's good.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of a rolling start. Just pin it. Oh, geez. All right. 6,000 RPM red line, and that's 60 miles an hour. And 70.
That's pretty good. That's really good.
That's a lot of fun, man. That's a lot of fun. But like, as you guys have seen with this truck, so far, like all the kind of, there's no real weak points that the supercharger, I mean, 100 horsepower gain is a massive gain.
Yeah.
Especially when you're talking 250 wheel to 350 wheel.
Yeah.
So like, you haven't run into any kind of like weak components with the 4Runner that could potentially kind of give the owner a problem?
We've had this truck since it's brand new, and we have, I don't know how many thousand miles on it. We haven't had a single issue. It's been great. So what we do is in our calibration for the tuning of the vehicle, we try to make it in a way where it's not going to give your engine or any of your parts any kind of issues. And as long as we can make a tune that's safe, we're good. Because we're not always aiming to give you the most horsepower possible in the tune that we give you. We're trying to give you something that's safe, reliable, and a big gain in horsepower.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, so we offer superchargers for all different kinds of vehicles, and yeah, Corvettes, Camaros, Challengers, Chargers, Jeeps, Wranglers, and the Grand Cherokees, you name it. We offer something for everybody, you know, and all of them are plug and play. They work, they're good, and you can make more power with them if you want. Our Camaro that we have over there has the TVS 2650 supercharger on it, which is the biggest supercharger we ever made.
That's massive.
That's literally like twice the size of this current supercharger we have on there, displacement wise.
Way bigger displacement than my Toyota MR2.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
the supercharger.
And that car is making 1,153 horsepower to the wheels. So that TVS 2650 has potential to make 1,400, 1,500 horsepower with the blower. It's only if the motor, the fuel system, and the other components can handle it.
And you were saying this can do a burnout, which is awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it can. I think we tried it one time and it worked pretty good.
I mean, this thing's really comfortable. I kind of like. I mean, it's still a Toyota. Nothing against Toyota, but it's not an AMG in here, and it's not meant to be an AMG in here. But you know, it's solid. It feels very solid, and everything's, you know, easy to use. We have, what do we have? Sport mode, I guess, so you can shift in between gears and stuff. You said it gets a little bit more, you know, responsive and stuff like that if you actually want to hold a gear. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing too. You know, with it being an automatic, if you just pin the throttle, you know, it's only going to downshift to whatever gear it does, and then you go from there. But if you put it in the sport mode and you select your own gear, the thing gets really fun when you put it in second gear and hit it from there. So you actually own a C6Z06.
Yeah.
So for you guys at home, yes, Jesse's pretty qualified. We're actually talking about, he had a Challenger, twin turbo Challenger, what, like 900 at the wheels? Yeah. My first supercharger I actually ever had was a Magnuson on it. And then, you know, I
I had some other needs for it, wanted to do some different things with it. Somebody convinced me to go another route.
Right.
I went another route, got another supercharger. That was fun. After that, somebody else convinced me that turbo route was good. Then I went a twin turbo route. That was fun. Then I sold it. And then, you know, fast forward a little bit, I began racing in NASCAR, actually racing the NASCAR K&N Pro Series West.
That's so cool.
And I'm working my way up to the top level of NASCAR right now. Yeah, this thing can really pick up and go. I mean, it's, you know, people who get the chance to drive this, they're like, whoa, I definitely need a supercharger. Whether they have a 4Runner or not, they're like, I want a supercharger. Because it wakes it up. It gives it the power it needs. It gives it the torque it needs.
Yep.
And you can hear it. It's just fun. It makes driving way more enjoyable. Yeah, we have some all different kind of sizes, ranging from, I think the smallest I've seen is a 410, I believe, all the way up to our TBS 2650 now.
Right.
So the number stands for how many liters. So the 2650, that's 2.65 liter. This one, which is a 1320, that's 1.32 liters.
Yeah.
There's a 1900, 1.9 liter. So those are the different displacements of the supercharger, and all of them make good power though.
Like, I love turbos. That's where my love is. But that's probably just because I've never owned a supercharged vehicle. But like, superchargers scream.
Exactly.
Like, when you get on it, it is, I don't know, it changes a lot of things. And what you get from a supercharger, a root style blower like you guys do, that you don't get from a turbo necessarily.
It's immediate power.
Immediate, just there's no compromise. The torque curve is pretty much the same as stock. Most applications just kind of raised
High,
you know?
and then you just, once you hit it, it goes up and it's boom, it's up there. You got torque power for days. It doesn't stop. So on our superchargers that are capable of making that kind of horsepower, 800 and up, we are definitely doing different things with our cooling systems on the supercharger or in the supercharger.
Right.
You know, with our intercoolers and everything, we've upgraded them recently, especially on the TBS 2300s, just to help make a little bit more power, keep them cool, and so that when they're running quarter miles or doing road coursing, they stay cool, you know, throughout each lap.
But yeah, that's damn quick.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And it's reliable. You can do it over and over and over, and you're not going to break anything.
Yeah.
So, and the cool thing is too, it's great for towing too. If you want to tow, you can. A lot of people are buying superchargers just to put on their truck or SUV or whatever, just to tow. You know, sometimes you just need that extra kick, so you're not sitting in high RPM forever trying to get the thing to tow.
Yeah.
It's a great supercharger for towing. Great.
All right. Well, thanks, Jesse.
Yeah,
thanks so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate you giving me some seat time in this bad boy right here.
Definitely.
And yeah, next time, hopefully when we come back to the LA area in Ventura, take out like a Corvette or a Camaro or something.
Exactly.
Out to the mountains. We'll probably be back in the summer at some point. But yeah, go check out MagnusonSuperchargers.com, I believe.
Yep.
And yeah, all over Instagram and stuff.
Right onto South Wells Road.
We're making it back to their place actually right now, which, wow, great segue. We're doing a quick tour of Magnuson Superchargers. So you'll be able to see kind of the, you know, ins and outs and what the shop looks like. So see you guys there. Thanks for watching. See you soon.